ध्यायामो धवलावगुण्डनवतीं तेजोमयीं नैष्टिकीं स्निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतात्मिकामीश्वरीम् ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ पूर्णब्रह्मस्वरूपिण्यै नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये नमः। ॐ आत्मारामाग्रगण्यायै नमः। ॐ योगलीनान्दरात्मने नमः। ॐ अन्तर्मुखस्वभावायै नमः। ॐ तुर्यतुङ्गस्थलीजुषे नमः। ॐ प्रभामण्डलवीतायै नमः। ॐ दुरासदमहौजसे नमः। ॐ त्यक्तदिग्वस्तुकालादिसर्वावच्छेदराशये नमः। ॐ सजातीयविजातीयस्वीयभेदनिराकृते नमः। ॐ वाणीबुद्धिविमर्यायै नमः। ॐ शश्वतव्यक्तवर्त्मने नमः। ॐ नामरूपादिशून्यायै नमः। ॐ शून्यकल्पविभूतये नमः। ॐ षडैश्वर्यसमुद्रायै नमः। ॐ दूरीकृतषडूर्मये नमः। ॐ नित्यप्रभुत्तसंशुक्तनिर्मुक्तात्मप्रभामुचे नमः। ॐ कारुण्याकुलचित्तायै नमः। ॐ त्यक्तयोगसुषुप्तये नमः। ॐ केरलक्ष्मावतीर्णायै नमः। ॐ मानुषश्रीवपुर्भृदे नमः। ॐ धर्मिष्ठसुगुणानन्ददमयन्ती स्वयंभुवे नमः। ॐ मातापितृचिराचीर्णपुण्यपूरफलात्मने नमः। ॐ निशब्दजननी गर्भनिर्गमाल्फुदकर्मणे नमः। ॐ काली श्रीकृष्णसङ्घाषकोमलश्यामलत्विषे नमः। ॐ चिरनष्टपुनर्लब्धभार्गवक्षेत्रसम्पदे नमः। ॐ मृतप्रायभृगुक्षेत्रपुनरुत्थिततेजसे नमः। ॐ सौशील्यादिगुणागृष्टजङ्गमस्थावरालये नमः। ॐ मनुष्यमृगपक्ष्यादिसर्वसंसेविदाङ्घ्रये नमः। ॐ नैसर्गिकतया तीर्थस्नानक्लिन्नान्दरात्मने नमः। ॐ दरिद्रजनदाहस्तसमर्पितनिजान्दसे नमः। ॐ अन्यवक्त्रप्रभुक्तानपूरितस्वीयकुक्षये नमः। ॐ सम्प्राप्तसर्वभूतात्मस्वात्मसत्तानुभूतये नमः। ॐ अशिक्षितस्वयं स्वान्तस्फुरत्कृष्णविभूतये नमः। ॐ अच्छिन्नमधुरोदारकृष्णलीलानुसन्धये नमः। ॐ नन्दात्मजमुखालोकनित्ययोत्कण्ठितचेतसे नमः। ॐ गोविन्दविप्रयोगाधिदावदग्धान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ वियोगशोकसम्मूर्च्छामुहुर्पतितवर्ष्मणे नमः। ॐ सारमेयादिविहितशुश्रूषालब्धबुद्धये नमः। ॐ प्रेमभक्तिबलाकृष्टप्रादुर्भाविदशार्गिणे नमः। ॐ कृष्णालोकमहाह्लादध्वस्तशोकान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ काञ्चीचन्द्रकमञ्जीरवंशीशोभिस्वभूदृशे नमः। ॐ सार्वत्रिकहृषिकेशसान्निध्यलहरीस्पृशे नमः। ॐ सुस्मेरतन्मुखालोकविस्मेरोत्फुल्लदृष्टये नमः। ॐ तत्कान्तियमुनास्पर्शहृष्टरोमाङ्गयष्टये नमः। ॐ अप्रदीक्षितसम्प्राप्तदेवीरूपोभलब्धये नमः। ॐ पाणिपद्मसुभद्वीणाशोभमानाम्बिकादृशे नमः। ॐ देवी सद्यस्थिरोधानतापव्यथितचेतसे नमः। ॐ दीनरोदननिर्घोषदीर्णधिकर्णवर्त्मने नमः। ॐ त्यक्तानपाननिद्रादिसर्वदैहिकधर्मणे नमः। ॐ कुररादिसमानीतभक्ष्यपोषितवर्ष्मणे नमः। ॐ वीणानिष्यन्दिसङ्गीतलालितश्रुतिनालये नमः। ॐ अपारपरमानन्दलहरीमग्नचेतसे नमः। ॐ चण्डिकाभीकराकारदर्शनालब्धशर्मणे नमः। ॐ शान्तरूपामृतच्छरी पारणानिर्वृदात्मने नमः। ॐ शारदास्मारकाशेश्वस्वभावगुणसम्पते नमः। ॐ प्रतिबिम्बितचान्द्रेयशारदोभयमूर्तये नमः। ॐ तन्नाडकाभिनयननित्यरङ्गैतात्मने नमः। ॐ चान्द्रेयशारदाकेलिकल्लोलितस्तुताप्तये नमः। ॐ उत्तेजितभृगुक्षेत्रदैवचैतन्यरंहसे नमः। ॐ भूयप्रत्यवरुद्धार्षदिव्यसंस्कारराशये नमः। ॐ अप्राकृताद्भुतानन्दकल्याणगुणसिन्धवे नमः। ॐ ऐश्वर्यवीर्यकीर्तिश्रीज्ञानवैराग्यवेश्मने नमः। ॐ उवात्तबालगोपालवेशभूषाविभूतये नमः। ॐ स्मेरस्निग्धकटाक्षाये नमः। ॐ स्वैरादिश्युतवेदये नमः। ॐ पिञ्चकुण्डलमञ्जीरवंशिकाकिङ्गिणिभृदे नमः। ॐ भक्तलोकाखिलाभीष्टपूरणप्रीणनेच्छवे नमः। ॐ पीठारूढमहादेवी भावभास्वरमूर्तये नमः। ॐ भूषणाम्बरवेशश्रीदीप्यमानाङ्गयष्ठये नमः। ॐ सुप्रसन्नमुखाम्भोजवराभयदपाणये नमः। ॐ किरीटरशनाकर्णपूरस्वर्णपडिभृदे नमः। ॐ जिह्वालीडमहारोगी बीभत्सव्रणितत्वचे नमः। ॐ त्वग्रोगध्वंसनिष्णादगौराङ्गापरमूर्तये नमः। ॐ स्थेयहिंसासुरापानाद्यशेषाधर्मविद्विषे नमः। ॐ त्यागवैराग्यमैत्र्यादिसर्वसद्वासनापुषे नमः। ॐ पादाश्रितमनोरूढदुसंस्काररघोमुषे नमः। ॐ प्रेमभक्तिसुधासिक्तसाधुचित्तगुहाजुषे नमः। ॐ सुधामणिमहान्नाम्ने नमः। ॐ सुभाषितसुधामुचे नमः। ॐ अमृतानन्दमय्याख्याञ्जनकर्णपुरस्पृशे नमः। ॐ दृप्तदत्तविरक्तायै नमः। ॐ नम्रार्पितबुभुक्षवे नमः। ॐ उत्सृष्टभोगिसङ्गायै नमः। ॐ योगीसङ्गरिरंसवे नमः। ॐ अभिनन्दितदानादिशुभकर्माभिवृद्धये नमः। ॐ अभिवन्दितनिशेषशिरजङ्गमसृष्टये नमः। ॐ प्रोत्साहितब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायप्रवर्तये नमः। ॐ पुनरासादितश्रेष्ठतपोविपिनवृत्तये नमः। ॐ भूयो गुरुकुलवासशिक्षणोत्सुकमेधसे नमः। ॐ अनेकनैष्ठिकब्रह्मचारिनिर्मातृवेधसे नमः। ॐ शिष्यसङ्क्रामितस्वीयप्रोज्ज्वलद्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नमः। ॐ अन्देवासिजनाशेषचेष्टापादितदृष्टये नमः। ॐ मोहान्धकारसञ्चारिलोकानुग्राहिरोचिषे नमः। ॐ तमक्लिष्टमनोवृष्टस्वप्रकाशशुभाशिषे नमः। ॐ भक्तशुद्धान्तरङ्गस्थभद्रदीपशिखात्विषे नमः। ॐ सप्रीतिभुक्तभक्तौघन्यर्पितस्नेहसर्पिषे नमः। ॐ शिष्यवर्यसभामध्यध्यानयोगविदिल्सवे नमः। ॐ शश्वलोकहिताचारमग्नदेहेन्द्रियासवे नमः। ॐ निजपुण्यप्रदानान्यपापादानचिकीर्षवे नमः। ॐ वरस्वर्यापनस्वीयनरकप्राप्तिलिप्सवे नमः। ॐ रथोत्सवचलत्कन्याकुमारीमर्त्यमूर्तये नमः। ॐ विमोहार्णवनिर्मग्नभृगुक्षेत्रोजिहिर्षवे नमः। ॐ पुनस्सन्दानिदद्वैपायनसत्कुलतन्दवे नमः। ॐ वेदशास्त्रपुराणेतिहासशाश्वतबन्धवे नमः। ॐ भृगुक्षेत्रसमुन्मीलत्परदैवततेजसे नमः। ॐ देव्यै नमः। ॐ प्रेमामृतानन्दमय्यै नित्यं नमो नमः। ॐ प्रेमामृतानन्दमय्यै नित्यं नमो नमः। ॐ प्रेमामृतानन्दमय्यै नित्यं नमो नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। ॐ मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं महेश्वरी यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तदस्तु ते। ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः।
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Good morning. When I first started reading spiritual literature, I noticed that the highest spiritual experiences were often described as indescribable or ineffable. I never knew why experiences could not be described. To me, it was saying something like, suppose we see something, it can't be painted. Surely a good artist would be able to depict on canvas what he or she had seen. Similarly, I felt that a good writer would be able to capture any experience in words. The problem, it seemed to me, was that they had not met a good writer. I confess that I also thought that if I were given such spiritual experiences, I would surely be able to write about them. This was not just egoism, but naivete. Sometimes the best teacher is time. I have spent most of my adult years either writing, reading, or editing. As part of my seva, I work with words daily. This work has been humbling because I have come to realize that language is a poor medium for expressing many things. Sometimes a single picture can be worth 1,000 words. Sometimes music can capture shades of emotions, nuances of feelings that an image or words cannot. I'm not saying that words are not effective, but that every medium has its limitations. For example, how would we describe the taste of a banana to someone who has not tasted it before? We could say it's sweet, but that hardly conveys its texture or the texture of that experience. The best way to convey it would be to ask that person to eat it. And suppose that person eats it. How do I know if his or her experience is the same as mine? Taste is subjective. Words can point to an experience, but they cannot transmit an experience. If that is the case for even commonplace experiences, how would we be able to describe subtler phenomena? How would we describe the experience of love, for example? How do we explain the pain or sorrow of losing a loved one? The awe we feel when we encounter a breathtaking landscape, the innocent laughter of a child. How do we describe some of Amma's expressions? We can speak about the effects of experiences, the emotions they stir, the changes they bring, but the experience eludes capture. It's here that the limitations of language become most evident. In spiritual contexts, this becomes more pronounced. Anyone who has observed people during darshan would have seen how powerful emotions can overwhelm them. Tears flow, composure dissolves, words fail. Ask someone in that state why they are crying, and they may say, I don't know, or it's not sadness, it's something else. The answer sounds inadequate, and yet somehow we understand, not through words, but through something deeper. It's no surprise then that the highest spiritual experiences resist description. As Sage Narada says, Anirvachaniyam prema swarupam. The nature of pure devotion is indescribable, anirvachaniyam. Language is a vehicle. It can take us closer to understanding, but not to the destination. Scriptures are like maps. They show the way, but they are not the journey. To mistake the map for the destination is like licking a piece of paper on which the word milk has been written. No matter how many times we read it or lick it, we are not going to taste any milk. For that, we need to have the experience of drinking milk. All of us have seen Amma sing. We might have listened to her singing for years. We might have glimpsed something of Amma's supreme devotion. But do we really know what Amma experiences when she sings? Once a Swami asked Amma about this. He asked, Amma, what's your experience in the moments you call out to God? Amma closed her eyes for some time. The Swami wondered if he had asked the wrong question, or if Amma was wondering how to explain something so subtle to him. After a while, Amma opened her eyes and said softly, Son, how can I explain it in words? Wasn't Amma's response a paraphrase of this sutra, Anirvachaniyam prema swarupam? Indescribable is pure love. One of the most famous verses from the Kenopanishad is, Na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vak gacchati, no manaha. There the eye does not go, nor the speech, nor the mind. And this is not because truth is far away, but because our instruments are limited. Our eyes are very close to us. Our eyes are on our face. But can we see our eyes with our own eyes? Not directly. Can we see our back with our eyes, even though it's right behind us? No, we can't. Sense organs have limitations. We all have a tongue. What if we are asked to say something in a language we don't know? The language of divine experience is silence. Rumi expressed it beautifully. Silence is the language of God. All else is just poor translation. Amma says that hers is the language of love. There are millions of people in the world who don't know or who don't understand Malayalam, and yet they can understand and feel Amma's love for them. What if we are asked to speak underwater? Spiritual masters say that the experience of prema or pure devotion is like being immersed in an ocean of love. Once submerged, we cannot speak. What if we are mute or dumb? We would not be able to say anything, even if we can experience it. And that's why Narada says in the next sutra, Mukha swadhanavat, like a mute person's experience of something tasty. Even if a mute man has tasted the most exquisite dish, he will not be able to describe it because he lacks the wherewithal to do so. Can we produce instrumental music without an instrument? Can we dance if we have no limbs? We might want to express ourselves through music and dance, but we cannot. Similar is the experience of someone who has tasted divine love and is asked to describe it. He or she will not be able to do so. As Amma said, son, how can I explain it in words? The higher realms of experience cannot be transmitted verbally. When Narada says that true love is indescribable, what he means is that true love exists at a level that is much, much deeper than words can reach. True love is like well water, if you like. To reach it, we have to go beneath the topsoil, subsoil or layer of clay, rocks, bedrock, and hard bedrock to reach the water table and quench our thirst. Likewise, in meditation, we have to dig deep beneath the layers of words, images, thoughts, or feelings. Once we reach the underlying substratum of love, we will be able to understand ourselves and others. We might have had experiences of people misunderstanding us, even though we tried our best to explain ourselves to them. This happens because they can understand what we are trying to say only through the words we use, and the words are a poor medium. On the contrary, a person like Amma is able to see behind the words and discern what the other person is really trying to say. How? She bypasses language and feels the heart of the person. When I was 9 years old, my mother decided that I should carry a kavadi during Thaipusam. Early that morning, my parents took me to the temple for a puja that would be done before we started walking to the Tank Road temple. After I entered the temple, I noticed a few men being pierced. Some had their tongues pierced, some had their foreheads pierced, others had metal hooks piercing the skin on their torso. Even though I had seen such sights before, on that day, maybe because I had to carry a kavadi, the sight of all that piercing made me very uneasy. I told my mother that I did not want to be pierced. My parents never had any intention of piercing me. So when my mother heard my request, she just said, no, you're not going to be pierced, and she just continued walking. But for some reason, a terrible fear seized me, but my mother did not seem to understand the extent of my fear. Not knowing how to handle the mounting anxiety, I kept telling my mother that I did not want to get pierced. She kept reassuring me, but after a while she became annoyed with me and told me to stop pestering her. At one point, we walked past a family. I noticed a young boy in that family, and he seemed to be about the same age as me. There was a tiny trishul or trident piercing his forehead or tongue or cheek. I can't remember where now. The moment I saw this, I began to panic. I was sure now that I was going to be brought to a corner where they would pierce small little boys. In sheer distress, I started pulling my mom's hand in sari and begged her tearfully not to pierce me. Instead of taking my fear seriously, my mom became fed up with my whining. And I don't blame her, because apart from me, she had 3 other sons to handle, ranging from ages 3.5 to 11.5 years. Looking back, I know that my fear was silly and misplaced. But to the 9-year-old me, the anxiety was so real that I started vomiting. My parents and a few other adults in the temple gathered around me as I kept throwing up like a diseased merlion. My mother started rubbing my back. In between the vomiting and the wailing, I told my mother yet again, I don't want to be pierced. By then I had gotten my parents' attention and the attention of many other people in the temple. My mother's attitude changed. She reassured me lovingly that I would not be pierced or impaled. I stopped crying. My mother even helped me carry the kavadi all the way to the Tank Road temple. Even though this incident happened so many years ago, I still remember it as an occasion when my parents could not understand the feelings behind my words. Granted that I had allowed myself to get carried away by my imagination, I recall being frustrated first and then distressed by how no one understood my fears or anxieties. Many years later, when I was in Amritapuri, Something was bothering me for some time. I thought I knew what the problem was, but I felt that I could not solve it on my own. I wrote a short letter to Amma, telling her that I had a problem, but did not say what the problem was in the letter. Now I have written quite a few letters to Amma, but none produced the same response as this letter. As soon as Amma received this letter, or as soon as she read it, Amma called me to her room immediately. When I entered the room, I knelt in front of Amma. Amma told me first off not to kneel, but to sit comfortably. She kept fussing over the way I was seated. Only after making sure that I was seated comfortably did she proceed further. She then reassured me that I could speak freely and that I could tell her anything that I wanted. I did. And throughout the whole time, Amma did not interrupt me or try to rush me in any way. She gave me all her attention. After she heard me out, Amma pointed out that I have a certain fear and repeatedly said that I should not be frightened about such things. Until then, I had never known or been aware of this fear because it had been buried so deeply inside me. It has taken me years to understand this deep-seated fear I have towards certain things in life. The more I understand those fears, the more I marvel at Amma's deep understanding of my mind. With my mother, all I wanted was for her to acknowledge the fear that I had and to pacify me. But with Amma, she pointed out a fear I did not know I had been carrying, I suspect for lifetimes, and she wanted to help me rise above that fear. It has been said that the opposite of love is not hatred, but fear. We might not understand why, but we will once we reflect a little. Fear arises from duality, whereas pure love arises from a sense of oneness. Hatred is usually a secondary emotion which arises from fear, insecurity, or hurt. That's why fear and not hatred is considered the opposite of love. When people say that Amma knows us better than we know ourselves, they are not exaggerating. No psychologist or hypnotist will ever be able to know us as deeply or as intimately as Amma does. Why? Because she is one with us, although we don't realize it. Love dissolves fear. To reach that ineffable or indescribable state of pure love, all we need to do is to recognize the strands of fear we all carry and slowly surrender them all to God. Thank you. If someone could dim the lights. Please close your eyes and sit with your back as straight as possible. We close our eyes when we try and meditate so as to shut out all other distractions. We sit straight so as to remain as alert as possible. To help us relax, let us chant the Pranava mantra Om 3 times. Please take a deep breath. feel the vibrations of the Pranava mantra Om permeating the whole body, and let's feel the whole body relaxing. Relaxation and alertness are the keys to a good meditation. Try and consciously relax each and every part of the body, starting from the head and work your way down to your toes. Notice if you feel any tension in any part of your body, for example, the neck or the shoulders, and try and release any tension that you might be feeling in those areas. Become aware of any sensation that you might be feeling, and just observe the sensations like a witness. Don't react to anything. Let us now become aware of our breathing. Just become aware of every inhalation and every exhalation without trying to control your breathing in any way. Breathe naturally and breathe normally, but just try not to let even one breath escape your notice. Some of us might feel our breathing at the nostrils. If so, become aware of the cool air that you inhale and the warmer air that you exhale. For some of us, we experience breathing as the rising and falling of the chest, and for some of us, we feel it as the expansion and contraction of the abdomen. Wherever you feel your breathing most strongly, remain there and try not to let even one breath escape your notice. If you feel your attention drifting away, that's perfectly natural. It's the nature of the mind to wander, but gently bring it back to breath awareness. Becoming aware of our breathing is an effective way of getting out of the mind and its thoughts. To help us sharpen our focus now, when we breathe in, let's silently intone or imagine the sound Ma. And as we breathe out, let's silently intone the sound Om. So breathe in Ma and breathe out Om. Ma denotes divine love, which encompasses qualities like patience, forgiveness, and compassion. Om denotes divine light, the light of inner clarity, understanding, and wisdom. There is no need to think of the meanings of Ma and Om. It's enough if we feel the vibrations of Ma as we breathe in and the vibrations of Om as we breathe out. Let's do this for some time. Slowly feel the sounds Ma and Om fading away from your breath completely, taking you to a state of deep inner peace and silence. Let us now spend a few moments praying for the peace and happiness of all beings in creation. Amma often says that when we pray for others, our hearts become purer and more expansive. Let us visualize white flowers of peace falling from all over the skies to the earth below. Let's imagine them falling into the oceans, filling the oceans with peace. Let's visualize these white flowers of peace falling on mountains, calming them. On forests, on lakes and into rivers. Let's visualize these white flowers of peace falling on all birds and animals. And finally, let's visualize these flowers of peace falling on our own heads as well. And as these flowers fall on us, let's imagine being filled with an immeasurable calm and quiet. Let's imagine these vibrations of inner peace permeating our whole body and radiating outwards and spreading towards the rest of the universe. Let us conclude by chanting the peace prayer, Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu, which means, may all beings everywhere be peaceful and happy. Let's do this 9 times. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. शतकोटि प्रणाम अम्मा।
कोटि प्रणाम, शतकोटि प्रणाम अम्मा।
कोटि प्रणाम, शतकोटि प्रणाम अम्मा।
आस भरा था इस मन में, किसी अपने का इंतजार था।
आस भरा था इस मन में, किसी अपने का इंतजार था।
आस भरा था इस मन में, किसी अपने का इंतजार था।
आस भरा था इस मन में, किसी अपने का इंतजार था।
तुम हो मेरे जो तूने कहा, नहीं मेरा एहसास हुआ।
तुम हो मेरे जो तूने कहा, नहीं मेरा एहसास हुआ।
नहीं मेरा
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
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 விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வெற்றியை தருவாய் 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 விநாயகா.
அலையும் மனதை அடக்கின்றே எளிவாகனத்தால் உணர்த்துகிறாய்.
அலையும் மனதை அடக்கின்றேன் எளிவாகனத்தால் உணர்த்துகிறாய்.
அதிகம் கேள் வாக்கின்றே ஆணை செவியாள் உணர்த்துகிறாய்.
அதிகம் கேள்வல் வாக்கின்றேன் ஆளை செவியால் உணர்த்துகிறாய்.
ஆணை செவியால் உணர்த்துகிறாய். விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வெற்றியை தருவாய் விநாயகா.
சிறுவாகனமும் பெருந்தலையும் சீராய் செப்புமுன் தத்துவமே.
சிறுவாகனமும் பெருந்தலையும் சீராய் செப்பும் தத்துவமே.
நுண்ணியதில் நீ நுண்ணியனே பெரியதிலெல்லாம் பெரியோனே.
நுண்ணியதில் நீ நுண்ணியனே பெரியதிலெல்லாம் பெரியோனே.
பெரியதிலெல்லாம் பெரியோனே. விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வெற்றியை தருவாய் விநாயகா.
தோற்கும் கரணம் மாயையதன் ஈர்க்கும் பிடியில் என்றுணர்ந்தே.
தோற்கும் கரணம் மாயையதன் ஈர்க்கும் பிடியில் என்றுணர்ந்தே.
தோப்பு கரணம் போற்றிடவே காக்கும் தெய்வம் கணபதியே.
தோப்பு கரணம் போற்றிடவே காக்கும் தெய்வம் கணபதியே.
காக்கும் தெய்வம் கணபதியே. விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகள் தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
விநாயகா எங்கள் விநாயகா வெற்றியை தருவாய் 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 விநாயகா.
வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
வினைகளை தீர்ப்பாய் விநாயகா.
வெற்றியை தருவாய் விநாயகா.
विनिवेशयन्तम् वटस्य भद्रस्य गुडेशयानम् बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि मनसा हे गोपाल राधिकलोल गोपाल राधिकलोल हे गोपाल
राधिकलोल हे गोपाल
हे गोपाल राधिकलोल
നിൻപാദം ചാരും വിശാലനേത്രം
ബാലം മുകുന്ദം മനസാ സ്മരാമി
ബാലം മുകുന്ദം മനസാ സ്മരാമി
ഗോവിന്ദ കൃഷ്ണ ഗോവിന്ദ കൃഷ്ണ
ഗോവിന്ദ കൃഷ്ണ ഗോവിന്ദ കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ ഗോവിന്ദ കൃഷ്ണ
ഗോവിന്ദ കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ ഗോപാല കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ ഗോപാല കൃഷ്ണ
ശ്രീ കൃഷ്ണ ശ്രീ കൃഷ്ണ ശ്രീ കൃഷ്ണ ശ്രീ 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 കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ
കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ കൃഷ്ണ
ഗോപാല രാധികലോ ഗോപാല രാധികലോ
അനുതാപം വളരുന്നു മനമാകി പിടയുന്നു അരുധീവിധമാഗതിക്കൊരു കഥിയേകുക ഭഗവൻ അനുതാപം വളരുന്നു മനമാകി പിടയുന്നു അരുധീവിധമാഗതിക്കൊരു കഥിയേകുക ഭഗവൻ അനുതാപം വളരുന്നു മനമാകി പിടയുന്നു അരുധീവിധമഗതിക്കൊരു കഥിയേകുക ഭഗവൻ അനുതാപം വളരുന്നു മനമാകി പിടയുന്നു അരുധീവിധമഗതിക്കൊരു കഥിയേകുക ഭഗവൻ മോഹങ്ങൾ പെരുകുന്നു ദേഹമിതോ തളരുന്നു ആരുണ്ടിവനവലംബം നീയല്ലാതുലകിൽ മോഹങ്ങൾ പെരുകുന്നു ദേഹമിതോ തളരുന്നു ആരുണ്ടിവനവലംബം നീയല്ലാതുലകിൽ ഹരശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ ശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര സുഹൃതത്തിൻ ബലമില്ല, പ്രകൃതത്തിൻ മികവില്ല, ദുരിത കടൽ നീന്താൻ നിൻ കൃപ തൂവുക ശിവനേ.
സുഹൃതത്തിൻ ബലമില്ല, പ്രകൃതത്തിൻ മികവില്ല, ദുരിത കടൽ നീന്താൻ നിൻ കൃപ തൂവുക ശിവനേ.
ശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ.
ശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ.
പരമാർപ്പണ ഭാവത്തിൻ പൊൻകിരണ പ്രഭ തൂകി ഭവരോഗത്തിനിരത്തിൻ ഇരുൾ നീക്കുക ശിവനേ.
പരമാർപ്പണ ഭാവത്തിൽ പൊൻകിരണ പ്രഭ തൂകി ഭവരോഗത്തിനിരത്തിൻ ഇരുൾ നീക്കുക ശിവനേ.
ഹരശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ.
ശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ.
ഹരശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ. ഹരശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ.
ശങ്കര ശിവശങ്കര ഭഗവൻ, ശിവശങ്കര ഹരശങ്കര ഭവനാശക ഭഗവൻ.
വാഹന ദേവി സരസ്വതി,
ഹംസവാഹന ദേവി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
ഹംസവാഹന ദേവി സരസ്വതി,
ഹംസവാഹന ദേവി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി.
ഹംസവാഹന ദേവി അംബ സരസ്വതി,
ഹംസവാഹന ദേവി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
അഖില ലോക കലാദേവി അംബ സരസ്വതി,
അഖില ലോക കലാദേവി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
അഖില ലോക കലാദേവി അംബ സരസ്വതി,
അഖില ലോക കലാദേവി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
അഖില ലോക കലാദേവി അംബ സരസ്വതി,
അഖില ലോക കലാദേവി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
ശൃംഗശൈലവാസിനി അംബ സരസ്വതി,
ശൈലവാസിനി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
ശൃംഗശൈലവാസിനി അംബ സരസ്വതി,
ശൈലവാസിനി അമ്മ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ സരസ്വതി,
ജഗദംബ जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
शृङ्गशैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
शैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
सङ्गीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
संगीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
सङ्गीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
संगीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
अखिल लोक कला 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 देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
अखिल लोक कला देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
अखिल लोक कला देवी अम्बा सरस्वती
शृङ्गशैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
शैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
शृङ्गशैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
शैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
जगदम्बा सरस्वती
शृङ्गशैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
शैलवासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
सङ्गीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
संगीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
सङ्गीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
संगीतरसविलासिनी अम्बा सरस्वती
हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती हंसवाहन देवी अम्बा सरस्वती जगदम्बा 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 सरस्वती
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय जय दुर्गे मात भवानी 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 सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे 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 सकल पूजिते वन्दे
दर्शन दीजिए एक बार फिर से। तुझे देखने की चाहत है माँ, मन मेरा रोए, मन मेरा रोए। तुझे देखने की चाहत है माँ, मन मेरा रोए, मन मेरा रोए।
दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय जय दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय जय दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे सकल पूजिते वन्दे
मुझको तू
मुझको तू
मेरी एक झलक है काफी, पाप मुक्ति होए, पाप
तेरी एक झलक है काफी पाप मुक्ति होए पाप मुक्ति होए
दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय जय 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 दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय जय दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
वन्दे
जय जय दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे
जय जय दुर्गे मात भवानी सकल पूजिते वन्दे परिपालिनी जयताम् अमृतानन्दमयी माता अमृतानन्दमयी सुरजन पूजित जय जगदम्बा अमृतानन्दमयी
मंगल आरती माता भवानी अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी। जय बोलो सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी देवी की जय। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. The society wishes to thank Mr. and Mrs. Suresh Menon and family for sponsoring today's puja. The society also wishes to thank Yash Mohanlal and family for today's Annadanam. Kartika Puja will be celebrated tomorrow, 23rd of March at 7 p.m. Ma Om White Flowers of Peace and Meditation will be conducted today by Swami Atmananda Puri. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Next Sunday, 29th of March. Mother's Kitchen vegetable cutting will be done on 28th of March, next Saturday. Packing and distribution will be conducted on Sunday, 29th of March, after Satsang. We humbly invite devotees to come forward and offer their loving support by sponsoring our upcoming Sunday Satsangs and by contributing to the Annadanam program. Process change. To streamline our back-end finance processes, we have introduced the following 2 changes. 1, devotees registering for any puja no longer need to enter the last 6 digits of the payment reference in the registration form. 2, a 3-letter reference code will now be assigned to each puja. Example, devotees registering for Kartika Puja are humbly requested to enter KAR in capital letters in the pay now or bank transfer reference at the time of payment. The 3-letter code for Sunday Satsang and Annadanam is SUN. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.